So the last time we did this, it was a big failure. I'm not going to get into all the specifics, but I will say that I knew that the conditions were wrong for that application. So we're going to do something this time just a little bit different.
Hey everyone, welcome to It's All Grady. I'm Denise.
And I'm Marcel.
Welcome to our homestead.
Yeah, welcome to our homestead. If you guys don't already know, we're a small family that gave up big city life to start our homestead in rural America.
Part of building our homestead is building our house.
Exactly. And if we're not building our house, guys, we're building our farm. Who knows what we're doing?
Every step forward on this build feels like a new chapter. Today, we're tackling major milestones. We're removing the bracing. It's not just about safety anymore, it's about progress.
So if you guys don't already know, in our last video, we went and bought lumber because ever since we had the accident, we've pretty much been hyper focused on how can we get these stairs built. So we've been working, guys, on things that we can actually accomplish while my beautiful wife is healing. Yeah? And on the last one, we bought the lumber and we bought some like couple of printed panels, yeah, and installed those for our stove. That was fun.
Yeah. So
this phase of the stair build project is something that we simply do not want to overlook. And it's something that is probably easily overlooked. But we're not going to, because we're still trying to first and foremost do this correctly, yeah? And secondly, we're taking it slow, right? But this next step is very important.
it is crucial to have a good foundation, which we're gonna cover up right now. We're gonna cover it up right now, y'all.
Yeah. And it is. It is obviously a very good thing to have a solid foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are building on a concrete floor. And at this time it is an unfinished concrete floor.
So in order for us to get moving on the stairs, we're gonna have to start with this step, which we're gonna get to tonight.
Yeah. One of our biggest goals, guys, because we are putting lumber onto concrete, is to make sure that there's a barrier so that the wood does not rot. And there's a few steps that we can take. One of them is going to be, we use treated lumber. And in the last video you guys seen, we bought treated lumber, right? Another thing is the, what's it called? It's called bug shield, or sill seal. Something like that. It gives it a slight barrier between the concrete and the wood, right? And we've already gone through, we made huge mistakes painting our concrete floor on the first half because we were just too excited and too much of a hurry to get out here. We painted in freezing temperatures. Well, we painted and then it went into freezing temperatures, and it's become a big problem. So what we're going to do this time, guys, instead of continuing that same exact process, we are going to use the same product that we used on our block wall, inside and out, and we will prime seal this concrete floor. And that'll do a couple of things for us. Number one, we'll be able to come in and paint it whatever color we want later. Or we can tile it, or whatever we decide to do, because it will have a bonding aggregate in the paint, which will allow us to put whatever we want on it. All right, I mean, there's really not much else we should do except for get started, baby. What do you think? What do you guys think? No, I think we're doing it right, guys. I think we're doing it right. What do you think, baby cakes?
I think we're doing it right.
Think we're doing it right. All right, well, one thing I'm gonna need, let's get a Sawzall. Yeah? We'll get a Sawzall and cut some wood. I also have to cut some screws because when I installed my frame, guys, my bracing frame, I poked screws through the rafters, the floor joist, into that frame, and then I built it up. So I buried those screws. Now I gotta cut those screws off. That's right. All right, guys, so this is what we gotta do. Originally, when we started the basement, we were pretty sure we were going to do something a little bit different, but then things started changing and our design started changing a little bit. So our temporary walls, it's time for some of these sections to come out, right? And that's okay, because I never really 100%ed any of this stuff. I did fasten it to the concrete pretty well, and that's a little bit of a bummer because it does damage the concrete when you fasten to it. But I'm gonna be okay with that because it's gonna be underneath our deck. Yeah, our first landing, or our landing. Yeah, so what I gotta do right now, guys, I gotta remove some of this wall first. Once I get this out of the way, then I'll look at the bracing that we installed to cut the hole in the braces and everything, the floor joist. I'm gonna look at what it's gonna take to remove that next, yeah? All right, let me grab my stuff.
This bracing held things together when we needed it the most. But today, we're taking it down. And in a way, we're moving past this chapter.
All right, guys, so we had to switch blades. We had to switch from the wood cutting blade to a metal cutting blade. I'm gonna need this on both of this down here for our concrete anchors, and to remove some screws up on the top up here right afterwards. So this is the blade I needed to use. You see the difference? It's a fine metal blade. Looks like a little hacksaw blade versus this one's got some pretty big teeth in it. That's for cutting wood. If you try to cut metal with that, it would just dull it. We need to move this brace out of the way so that we can seal up this concrete underneath it. So the last time we did this, it was a big failure. I'm not going to get into all the specifics, but I will say that I knew that the conditions were wrong for that application. So we're going to do something this time just a little bit different. Alright guys, so the stuff we're going to use on the floor is the same stuff we use on the outside of the house on the concrete, and on the inside of the house on the concrete walls. It's a dry lock concrete sealer, and I think it's going to work good for the floor, guys. The thing about this product is it's got an aggregate in it, like a sand or something. Whatever the aggregate is, it's very heavy and it settles to the bottom, right? So we got to mix this stuff up, otherwise by the time you get to the bottom, you're spreading like a sandy paste that is not going to be very pleasant to spread. Yeah, so I need to mix this stuff up. We did have, it appears I got maybe 2 gallons from the last time we worked. So I'm gonna mix this stuff up, and we do have another 5. I think I'll be able to do this area with the 2 gallons, but if not, we have the other 5, and I would like to save that because I think I can do the last little bit inside of here with a 5. Stuff's just so expensive, guys. It's $170 for a 5-gallon bucket. It's ridiculous. The thing about this stuff here is you only get about 90, maybe 100 square feet per gallon, which is not very good. All right, guys, that's good mixed up. All right, guys, this feels really good getting this done because we know that our next step is going to be installing the timber for our landing.
It's as simple as it seems, the twinkle in your eyes, the way that time slows down when you kiss me. As we fall asleep in a bed of butterflies, just close your eyes and then you'll see it. You don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Love, love, love. Open up my heart and you'll find love. It will never grow old, even when we grow up. It's up to us to stop and smell each rose. They're the colors that we show, it's the feeling that we trust, and it's the brush that we both carry. You don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love.
Just gotta wait a couple hours. Not exactly sure how long. I think it's a couple hours. All right, guys, so in true fashion, we were able to finish this as the A team. Yeah, or even the B team, because we be the team. Yeah,
It's not finished. We still got another coat.
it's not finished, but we got that first coat on like champions. Yeah.
So it's about 8 o'clock at night, and we have to wait a couple of hours before we can put our second coat on.
Yeah.
But guess what? We took a nap today, so we're up for it, you guys.
Yeah, it's Saturday night. Gage and I do have a project to do tomorrow, and Baby Cakes is gonna stay here and edit a video likely. Yeah. I'll probably take you guys along for a little bit of what we got going on tomorrow, but it's some actual work for us to go out and try to earn an electric bill. Yeah. So it's not much, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna do what we can for now. And that requires me to stay up late tonight because I got to get this done so that we can get this portion done, and man, we can holler at you guys. Yeah, it's time to get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to bring us that much closer to getting those stairs built. The next step after this, I think, is the platform, really.
Yep, I got to start pulling some measurements again. I got a better handle on all that stuff, and we'll build the base because we need to build the base exactly where it goes.
Yes, that is so cool.
Yeah, we
so
there.
Cool.
We are there.
I'm so excited.
We're there. Don't cry, Baby Cakes. It's the stairs that almost killed her. Guys, one day this is going to be a good memory. Like I have good memories now when we're putting paint on, because we have a life. We had a life of painting before homesteading, right? So one day this will be a good memory too, even though we had such a tragic accident. So
It'll be I know that we gotta stay in the here and now, but it'll be a relief when we get those stairs in, guys.
yeah, because then we can go upstairs and instead of up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. So for now, we're just gonna cover up our stuff because this is the cut in the corner stuff that we do. Now, if you were doing it, I would say take the time, get your 5-in-1 out, clean your tools up, because you're not going to use it for a couple hours. But we're just going to wrap it, guys, and then we're going to come back, unwrap it, put our paint on, and maybe I'll get it cleaned tonight, maybe I won't. Yeah? But for now, we're going to cover it.
Usually our tools are just fine wrapped up in a plastic bag, which is awesome because then we can reuse them without having to clean them right away.
Yeah, you got a short window that you can, probably not much more in a day though.
Let's get them put in some bags, go that way and get them in all hold these.
Oh, that's your rope arm?
Yeah, I'm good. Whew. Gotta give it a little bit of exercise, guys. Still got tears all over my face.
There is a science, guys. You just don't want air to get to the paint, and it won't get hard on you very quick.
Keep it as cool as possible.
Yep. Keep as much air away from it as possible. Bam! You're ready to take a break.
So while we're waiting for the floor to dry, I wanted to share some things with you that I've been doing around the homestead while I've been kind of on my downtime. So we went to go visit a friend a little while back, our friend Sherry at Spring River Holler. So Sherry had given me this pothos plant, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and show you that it seems to be doing really good. I've watered it a couple of times, but on a crazy note, I've actually killed one of these things before. So I'm really hoping that I'll be able to keep this pothos plant alive. It seems to be doing really good. It's even grown a little bit since we brought it home. And then check this out, you guys. I actually planted some lettuce. It looks like it might be a little bit too warm still. It's kind of wilting some, but it's growing. And it's got little things growing in there. So that's exciting to see as well. I've actually never planted any cold crops before. It's probably still a little bit too warm for them still. So I'm giving it a little bit of a try. I probably should put it in a cooler area because it is kind of warm in the basement. But there is another one that would actually love this weather right now. And we bought a pineapple from the store about 2 weeks ago, and boy, let me tell you, it was so delicious, you guys. But I saved the top, and I'm gonna have to plant it soon, but it said dry it out and then soak it in warm water. So that's what's going on right here now, and it looks like there's roots growing in there already. So I need to do a little bit more research on this pineapple top. If you guys have any suggestions on what I got going on right now, please drop it in the comment section below. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I got to do a little bit more research, but any tips are helpful. But it is growing already. See the green in there? How cool. I have been changing out the water, and that's about it. But those are the projects that I got going on, and I'm really excited to see what it turns into. This pothos plant is just growing already. I thought about propagating it because it had tendrils. But I just thought that maybe I should leave it alone until I learn a little bit more, being that I killed the last one. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go back to the job that we're on right now. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. So we had some dinner, which burgers, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it burnt up pretty much most of the time that we needed to burn up, so we can get started on our second and final coat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been nearly 2 hours. So it's definitely been 2 hours since we started back here in the back, which is where we'll start again. And by the time we get to the front here, it will be 2 hours and we should be good, yeah?
Yeah. So this is a recommended application 2 coats. So we're gonna go with it and call it a night, you guys.
Yeah, I think we can knock this out pretty quick. I'm tired, man. I gotta go
do some work in the morning.
Yeah, we gotta go do some work in the morning, so I'm gonna try to get this done. Yeah, get a shower and get to bed.
All right.
Let's get it done, guys, man. We can't keep playing games. Come on, let's go.
Let's knock it out.
Grab your roller and let's go. All right, I think if you just cut it in the same way. Start there and then go there, and then I can start behind you and start rolling it out.
All right, let's get it.
It may seem like small progress, but this all adds up. With every step we take, our build becomes stronger.
It's more than just construction. We're not just building a house, we're building our future, one piece at a time. This floor has been through everything with us, setbacks and progress. And each stroke of the brush is like a fresh start, bringing us closer to the home we've always dreamed of. It's far from over, but today was another step forward. And on this homestead, that's what matters. Moving forward, even when it's slow.
We're building more than a house here. We're building a life.
Wow, so we got that second coat on and it...
Wait a second. Where am I? Ricola. Where are we? The Swiss Alps, or are we in my basement? It's like a snowstorm over there, guys. Seriously. I don't know whether to go skiing or whether to go building. I'm gonna build, guys. It's 80 degrees in here.
The floor and the walls both being white kind of throws you off a little bit.
Yeah, you just run right into the wall if you're not careful, guys. It's like being snow blind. Gotta get a walking stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it looks good.
It does. It looks amazing. I love it.
Guys, and we're gonna leave it that way. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because our platform is gonna be like 2 feet off the ground. We can't waste that space, guys. But it's also not gonna be a big area. So if we leave the floor white, I believe it will illuminate some, and it will be a perfect spot to store stuff. Yeah, and that also works in the back for our mechanical room. It will illuminate it much more. It'll take less light to make that room bright. What do you guys think of that? Yeah?
Yeah.
At least in that spot right there.
It will definitely keep the small spaces looking open and very clean and fresh. So with any storage spaces, we may put an extra coat of paint just so we can wipe it up and stuff, because this is definitely not wipe up friendly because of the aggregate.
That is actually a very good point, because dirt will collect on it easier, but we'll just have to see, guys, because it's also not slippery. So we'll just give it some time and see what happens. We can always move forward from there. The biggest thing is we needed to seal the concrete before we build on top of it. That way we don't have to squeeze in a 2-foot area and try to seal it up later.
Yeah.
That would be loco.
And it actually gives us a head start on the back area, which I'm excited about. All the stuff that we got going on. We have so much going on right now that it's kind of hard to keep up with.
We building the stairs, guys. We got one thing going on.
But there's like a lot of moving parts.
Takes a million things to get there. Yes. Yes, we learning new lessons. We relearning old lessons, like what it's like to work in an area that you're also living. It's not easy, guys. And we've never done it on this scale. Obviously, this is our first home build. But it's not any easier than what it was before, just so you know.
Yeah.
But we made those choices, guys. You gotta live with it.
It's not going too bad. I mean, we've done stuff like ripping up whole floors while we're living in the house while I'm sleeping because I was working a third shift. So this is just a dream compared to, I mean, even that was amazing stuff, but that was some loud and dirty stuff for sure. This is new construction, fresh, clean, looks good.
The stairs. All right, guys, so with that done, it leaves it. Now we can move forward with our stair build.
Boop, boop. Yeah, guys, we own it. All right, you guys, if you're enjoying our content, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up.
Bam.
Ring that notification bell.
Heck yeah, guys, when you do that, they'll notify you when our content is available for viewing.
Be sure to share our videos.
Heck yeah, guys, when you do that, you become part of our journey. It's an investment, right? And you help extend our reach, and we thank you for that.
Heck yeah, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Right now is the perfect time, guys. We might go skiing, we might build a platform, who knows? But it's pretty bright over there. Yes.
All right, you guys.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace. Oh yeah, that's better.